because of their busy schedules, this will be there for the reference. So I welcome you all to the demo session to become a Google certified educator. Now, if you don't know what is Google certified educator, it's all right. We are going to explore that in a bit. So this is our first batch for 2022. Last year I've conducted around 3 or 4 batches for it. And let's start off the session. Before I start the session, I'd like a confirmation about my audio quality. Am I audible to everyone?
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
All right, great. All right, thank you for the confirmation. So let me introduce me myself to you. My name is Reshma, and I've started a small project called as Teach and Reach project, especially for teachers and also for students. Inshallah, I'll be starting that soon as well. So I am a Google certified trainer and a Google certified educator, and I actually received a question in the question box. Is there a difference between Google certified educator and trainer by Maria Khan ma'am? So yes, there is a difference. So Google Certified Educator is your first level to uh, scale up as Google Certified Trainer or Coach or Innovator. So I've started this project basically to not make teachers Google Certified Educators, but to help them integrate technology in their classrooms. From 2020, the academic year, we have been seeing a lot of transformation in education, be it national education policy or the way we are teaching, the tools that we are using. So technology is now a part and parcel of education. How many of you agree? You can raise your hand if you agree. Right, it has become a core platform for you to deliver your message, be it a small lesson, be it a small activity that you have to do. You have to use technology today because we're connected to our students online. Not just students, our peers, our school leaders or coordinators, whoever it is, we are talking to them, we are connecting, communicating using technology. Now, Google has a very interesting, giveaway for us. I am saying it as a giveaway because all the tools are free. You'll know about this more in a bit. But yes, it has got a lot of things to offer. Now, me as I have worked as a math facilitator, academic coordinator, homeroom teacher. So, me being experienced in this, I know that there is a lot of scope in this. There's a lot that Google Workspace has to offer, and many teachers don't know it. So, I wanted them to know more. I wanted my teachers in my community and in my circle to use this, to leverage this, something that's available for free, something that's easy to use, and also something you'll be credited for by Google Certified Educator certification. So that was the whole goal of it. And yes, I started this project and this course especially. So that's a little bit about myself. Coming to qualifications, because if you are going to get trained, you should be knowing who is going to be your trainer. Uh, I am, um, I have an international teaching diploma for young learners and Cambridge qualification for teaching young learners and Google certifications, 2 or 3 certifications to share this knowledge with teachers officially. Now, I'd also like to know you. I'm sure you all must be having more experience than me in teaching, but yes, I'd like to know each one of you so that I can tailor my course. If you enroll into my course, I can, tailor the course according to your needs and requirements and aspirations. So you can introduce yourself. You can let me know how has technology impacted in your teaching life or your life in general and your journey of teaching. Like I have explained you about my journey of starting this project and your goals. What are your goals that you'd like to conquer with this course, with respect to this course? Or what are you looking forward to learn? So, since this is a small group, we'll start one by one. So, we can start with Shifali, ma'am.
Hi, my name is Dr. Shifali Bharti, and I've been into international education for around 15-16 years and in education for 23-24 years. I'm right now associated with the Pure Group of Schools and I'm leading the Cambridge schools there, secondary section. So my purpose of joining this is basically knowing the nuances. We have been using all the tools of Google already. um, be it meetings or classrooms or a lot. But still, there are several things which we might be missing on. So, to make myself more comfortable with the tools and know the nuances and the hidden tools which I have not yet been able to explore. So, that's the purpose. Thank you, Reshma.
Thank you, ma'am. Thanks for your introduction, and that's a great goal. It's always there's always room for improvement, and there are always things to explore. Great. So the next one is Sunita, ma'am.
Hi everyone, I'm Sunita Babu. I actually very ardently am following Reshma. So I already attended one of her classes and I really enjoyed it. I am an educator and more or less nearing retirement. I have been principal to Cambridge schools. And again, the idea is to know more and equip yourself with the tools, which actually will give you a lot of bandwidth to work whenever you feel like. And at the end of the day, every teacher has to be a learner. So I feel whatever latest is coming in the market, we must be aware of that. Thank you so much, Reshma.
Thanks, ma'am. I cannot agree more with you. Teachers are always learners, continuous learners. Okay, next we have Maria, ma'am.
Hi everyone, my name is Maria Khan and I'm a teacher. But since last 2 years, I have a 2 year, sorry, 1.5 year old daughter. So I am not connected to any of the teaching tools right now. So I feel resuming back to my teaching job will be more difficult after this pandemic because many of the schools have adopted these, technology in their classroom. So I just want to upgrade myself so that I can be back on the track and I can integrate technology in my classroom.
Thank you, ma'am. Hopefully this course will be helpful for you, inshallah. And yes, Deepali, ma'am.
Yeah, hi Reshma and hi everybody. So the reasons are just the same what everybody has listed here, but then yes, we are using Google all the time, and then I always feel that there's much more which can be used, and there are so many other things which we are not aware of. So we are not using Google effectively, and especially upgrading yourself and keeping yourself abreast to whatever is latest in the education. um, Digitization is there and everything is digital, so might as well upgrade yourself in using Google as well. So thank you so much, Reshma, for giving this opportunity to all of us. And I have been attending your sessions, and I always find them very, very informative and meaningful for me. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Deepali, ma'am. I hope this course helps you all to get closer to technology and help you integrate them efficiently. So, yes, now I think you all agree that we'll have to invest a little bit in online teaching skills. Here are some reasons. Because number one, because of the situation outside and the pandemic, it's a safe learning and teaching option to all the communities involved: students, stakeholders, parents, teachers, everybody. Along with that, since we are anyways going to apply technology in our education or in our learning and teaching whole process, so why don't we upskill it, or why don't we upgrade it by integrating 21st century skills? Now we'll be seeing, not when I am going to teach you these tools, or when I'm going to show you these different applications that we have, we're not just going to blindly see how to click on the buttons and how to use it. In fact, we are going to try to integrate some skills that will be helpful for us and the students that we are going to cater. So we're going to see how to integrate 21st century skills and bring out better learning outcomes. And also another thing that you can do is begin your teaching center. So now what I mean by teaching center is, let's say you are a teacher, and down the line you'd like to have your own teaching center, or you'd like to provide, or share skills that you are good at, and not just to people in India, maybe students around the world. Now with these tools you have opportunity to build your own website, have forms integrated in it, build digital libraries, and then present using Google Slides, then have meetings and schedule appointments using Google Calendar, Google Meet, Google Chat, and groups. So there are tools that will help you to actually build your own teaching center. It might not be you. I wouldn't say it's a commercial site that we're going to build, but a point where people can connect with you and you can share everything that you are willing to offer, like the subject or the skills, whatever it is. And if you're not able to understand this point, don't worry, we'll soon get into this. But yes, these are a few ideas that I have, or few opinions that I have about why should one invest in teaching skill, online teaching skills. Now, when I said that we want to integrate, or my idea to integrate 21st century skills along with technology is including these skills. When we are using any tool, we can use any one of these skills along with it. So it could be a critical thinking activity using Jamboard. It could be effective communication using Gmail, Google Classroom, or Google Meet and chat. Promoting digital citizenship. So when we are teaching students online, we as adults, we as responsible citizens should be able to tell them what is right and wrong. So along with equipping ourselves with technology, we'll also be learning about digital citizenship. This is also a very important concept covered in Google certified educator level 1, level 2 trainer, whichever level you go. There's always some light thrown on digital citizenship, and you'll have to learn about it sooner or later to crack the exams. Another thing is creativity. We are going to focus a lot here because it's got a lot of tools like docs, sheets, slides, sites, and Jamboard, where you as a teacher can bring out your unique, touch to any of the resource that you create. It could be a worksheet, it could be a slide, it could be a flashcard, whatever it is. You can, impart or infuse some your kind of creativity into it. Another thing is, while we are learning all these tools, we'll also be, I mean, it's my aim, let's see, but yeah, we'll also be shifting towards growth mindset. Now, if you imagine a year, not a year, 2 years back, we were all stuck to a classroom. We had only those 20 students, and we were using a blackboard or a whiteboard, and we were teaching. Now that you see, the scope that you have is you can teach anybody around the world. You can teach at whatever time you want, wherever you are sitting. So the limitations have reduced and the possibilities have increased. So if looking at the scenario, having a growth mindset is really helpful. Another thing that we will be looking at is collaboration. Now, when I say collaboration, most of the tools that we are going to use are collaborative. That is, your students, your peers, and you can use these tools at the same time from anywhere around the world. So these are the things that we'll be trying to, hit every time we learn about a tool. I know there's a lot of theory coming up here, but when we are going to learn each tool, we're going to see how to impart or include these skills along with the tool. Now, I've been saying, I think it's been 10 times that I've said Google Tools, Google Tools. Now, let's see what are the tools that we are actually going to cover. So, this is the list of tools that we're going to cover. We are going to start in the same order, the way it's present here. So, first, we'll start with basics. We're going to see how to use a Google account, what are the different types of Google accounts. We're going to see how to search effectively and efficiently. So we're going to see some search modifiers, search techniques. Now, why should a person learn Google search? What is there in Google search? You just have to hit some word and it's going to show the results. At the end of the day, you are anyways going to find the search result you're looking for. But as teachers, how many of you agree that you spend a lot of time searching and hunting for resources or for papers or for pictures for that matter? You can raise your hand. How many of you spend some time Googling for resources, right? So when we want to create anything, be it a work, okay, Deepali ma'am says all the time, right? So there are some techniques built in Google search that will help you to actually minimize the time and get the results that you're actually searching for. Next, oh, okay, we have Rukia ma'am. So, hi Rukia ma'am, you can introduce yourself. We have Shifali ma'am, Maria ma'am, Deepali ma'am, and Sunita ma'am, and I'm Reshma. I'm going to be your trainer for this course. So, yes, uh, are you able to hear me? Yes, all right. Okay. So, yeah, we just started off with the demo. I have explained what are the goals and scope of this course, and I've just started with the list of tools that we're going to cover. Okay. Walaikum assalam. Yes, great. So, yes, these are the tools that we're going to cover. And the third tool that we're going to cover is Google Chrome. Chrome is a browser. Google Chrome is a browser. If most of you must be using it, otherwise you must be using Mozilla Firefox or any other browsers. But we will be seeing how can Chrome help teachers. There are different things like extensions, bookmarks, and we can make Chrome work according to our requirement. So we're going to see that. And the next one that we have is content creation and collaboration. Now, these are the main tools. Also, these will be the tools that you'll be tested mostly in Google certified exam. Even if your goal is not to crack the exam, but these tools are core part of Google Workspace. With Docs, you can create documents, reports, projects. With slides, you can create interactive slides, you can create quizzes, you can create libraries, and with sheets you can enter data, process them, create charts, you can link them to Google Forms as well. And with sites you can create websites. Now when I say websites, I'm not going to teach you coding, or I'm not going to teach you how to build sites in a technical way, but we'll be seeing how to easily build sites. For teachers, you don't have to spend time on coding, you don't have to sit and learn HTML or PHP. So we are going to see how to build sites easily. So you can also teach your students to build sites. If you are really like the idea of Google Sites, you can also teach your children because it's as easy as that. We're also going to see Google Drive, Jamboard, and so on. So there are 20 tools. I can keep on speaking, but I don't want to waste your time. But yes, these are the different tools that we're going to learn. Now I'll take a moment here and take some questions. I'll pause for a moment. Any questions? Would you like to, know about any tool that we are covering here, or why is this tool here? Why should we learn about it? Anything. You can look at this for a moment and shoot some questions. You can either use the chat box or unmute. All the trainings are going to be short group trainings. If you have attended some of my trainings, you must be knowing it. They're always going to be small group trainings. So, yes. Any doubts? Next would be communication, how to communicate with your students, parents, peers. The next would be classroom management using Google Classroom and test management using forms. Since you'll be doing a lot of work here, you should also be having some productivity and organization tools. So we have Keep, Calendar, and Tasks. And a few additional tools that we'll be covering is YouTube, Google Earth, and drawings. Anybody, any doubts? You can either raise your hand or you can unmute.
Reshma, Nidhi is not able to hear you for some reason.
Oh, okay. Is that so? Nidhi ma'am, you can rejoin. That's better. You could disconnect and reconnect. That would be better. Okay. Which tool is best for reward system where parents can also track students' behavior and Quran progress? So yes, you can do that using Google Sheets,
Classroom.
or you can do it using Google Sites. If you want to display this information to parents, you can do in that way. But otherwise, for your personal monitoring, you can use Google Classroom and also Forms. Forms has inbuilt responses where you can also track them again using responses. So yes, these are a few things, Rukia ma'am. According to your whichever serves the best, you can go for it. But otherwise, if you are monitoring progress in form of data, Sheets is the best. It will give you the information you can ask questions in the explore tool, and it's going to give you answers as well. Okay. Any other doubts? Anybody, any doubts? And one more thing, you can feel free to ask any question. You can ask any question. So no inhibitions. Everybody is new to technology. Everybody is starting off. Even even if you are very good at teaching, you might have basic questions about technology. It's all right. So okay. I was thinking something more child friendly. We can do that using sites, okay, where students can add rewards like stickers. Then we can use something like sites and slides. It is more child friendly and student friendly, where you can add more media and things like stickers.
Rishma, I have a query. How far do you think this course is? Like, how would you rate for a person like me who is not very much into technology, or I take a lot of time to get into all this stuff. So, is this
Okay.
course beneficial for me? It's gonna be very hard, or like, how would you rate it for a person like me who's not
Mm,
into
okay.
technology?
So for anybody, we started off according to my experience. The name, okay, Rukia ma'am. It is Google Sites. And Maria ma'am, coming to your question, I have trained teachers who do not know English properly. We had teachers who were teaching other languages like Kannada, Hindi, and Arabic. So teachers were not aware of taking screenshots, taking these things. So whenever whichever training we do, we start from scratch. That is, I will show you. That's why we have this. Yeah, we have this order: basics, then we'll move on to content creation, then we'll move to communication. So each tool that we start, we're going to start with scratch, that is how to open, and then you'll end with functionalities. And the complexity is not that much. I wouldn't say it's too difficult for beginners, so you need not worry about will you be able to do it or not. It just needs practice, that's all. And complexity, I don't know if there's a system to rate complexity in these tools, because each tool has different things. But yes, you will be able to do it. And if you think that okay, some tool is difficult for you because each tool has a different purpose, and sheets might be slightly tougher when compared to docs. So we have recordings. You're going to have the recordings of each and every session in your Google Classroom. So you can go back, check the recording, practice it. You can again come back to me and ask for doubts. So it's like a journey. It's more like a journey. So you have to kickstart. Slowly you'll learn, and it's going to be a process, and slowly you'll get used to it. That's how it is with technology. I hope I answered your question, Maria ma'am.
Yes, yes. Thank you so much.
Do you take male teachers right now? We have batches for female teachers only, Rukia ma'am. So I will soon let you know if I start a mixed batch. Right now, all the enrollments that we got are from female teachers.
Rishma, what is the tenure of this course? Like, how many weeks or months?
It's a 5 week course. I'm getting to that point soon. So it's a 5 week course, Monday to Thursday. When we're going to have two batches, 12 p.m. and 4:30 p.m. So you will be having live sessions as well as recorded sessions.
And we can join either of the two sessions depending upon the
Yes, yes,
convenience.
yes.
Oh, that's
We had the same demo session at 12 p.m. as well. So again, I'm repeating at 4:30 p.m.
that's why
because
I'm
teachers
asking,
have
because
their own
sometimes
schedules.
12:30
Yeah.
suits, sometimes 4:30 will suit.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Moving on to the next. Now I'm asking you. I'm not asking you, but I'm sharing that there are these many tools and these are so great. So why should you invest time and money learning these tools? You might be finding some more tools online, and you might be finding simpler. I wouldn't say simpler, but attractive tools online. Why should you go for Google? So here is my take. I'm not telling you to go by this, but here are a few things you can consider. So, three major things that you can consider about Google tools are free secure, ad free. So this is always going to be this way. Google tools are always going to be free. They're always going to be secure and reliable. When I say secure and reliable, they always run security checks on your Google account. So if there's any malware or any suspicious activity, you'll be notified immediately through mail, or your account might be, factorized, two factorized, or you will get notification. Another thing is, even if your laptop is like a 10-year-old laptop or a brand new laptop, the apps are going to be the same because they're based on cloud and they work on browsers. It's always going to be the same. If I have an old laptop and Maria ma'am has a new laptop, both going to see the same features. 95% of the features would be same. So you're not at a loss even if you have an old computer or an OS or whatever it is. Another thing is it's ad free. When I say ad free, whichever tool you're saying, I said that you can create websites, right? So there are not going to be any ads popping up, inappropriate links popping up, because when you're creating user sorry resources, you're going to share it with students, right? How many of you agree? I think most of you deal with children, right? Can you raise hand if you deal with students of grade 1 to 10 or so? Okay. So now when you are sharing anything with your students, you don't want them to be in a risk of clicking something inappropriate, or getting exposed to something that's not appropriate to their age or relevant to their age, right? So all these tools and resources that you're going to create are going to be ad free. Another thing is, the best thing about Google tools is you just have to have your Gmail ID, and your students also should be having just a Gmail ID, and they'll be able to access all these tools. All the 20 tools that I showed, they just work with one Gmail ID, and no extra signups and no promotional ads on your Gmail ID. So many a times when we use something on internet that's available for free, the first use would be fine, and after an hour or after a day, you start getting promotional ads, social ads, or all these ads to upgrade or purchase products. Google is not going to do that. It might not make a difference to you, but it makes a difference for the students, because they might lose out on the actual material that the teacher is sharing, actual updates, or actual notifications. They'll miss out. They don't know how to filter, they don't know how to manage. So it's that's why I feel Google Workspace for education is pretty safe and easy to use. So these are a few advantages. Another thing about Google Certified Educator course is okay. So I think I have shared. Let me repeat this again, but I'll come back to this later. Now, another thing about Google Certified Educator course is, number one, you're learning these 20 tools. And these 20 tools are something that the whole world uses. Even if you're an engineer, even if you're a business manager, even if you're a teacher, these tools are everywhere. So each organization uses these tools, and the knowledge on these tools is never going to go waste. At least for the next 10 years, I don't see that these tools will go away, because there's a lot of population using this, not just in one language. It is also compatible in different languages. So these tools, the knowledge on these tools is never a waste. It's never going to go as a waste. Another thing with these tools is you're going to learn how to create resources. With Google Slides, you can not just create presentations, but you can also create things like posters. You can create ebooks, you can create worksheets. And with Google Docs, not just a normal document, but you can turn it into a project, group project, or a group notes, or meeting pointers, dashboard. Another thing, you can create a digital library using Google Sites. So there are a lot of things that you will be learning, the indirect pluses or indirect advantages of these tools. Another thing is, if you take and crack the exam, Google Certified Educator exam, the badge is internationally recognized. When you say that you are a Google Certified Educator, it automatically says that you are someone who is tech savvy. You are a tech savvy teacher and you know how to integrate technology. Another, okay, I can keep going on, but let me tell you some highlights. Another thing you get with Google Certified Educator certification is you get access to Canva. How many of you know Canva here? Yes. Okay, I think Shifali ma'am knows. Who else? Rukia ma'am knows. So okay, Dipali ma'am also knows. So Canva is a tool. Saw it on your status. Okay. Yes, Canva is a tool where you can design. It's a graphic designing tool, and you get a free access to the premium. It's got thousands of templates, tens of thousands of templates, which can be accessed for free if you are a Google certified educator. So you just have to upload your certificate and you get it for free. Actually, it's costly if you have to buy the premium, but otherwise you'll get it for free. And again, I'm not a Canva promoter, or I'm not an ambassador, but still I know the I know the advantages, so I'm sharing it with you so that you can reap the benefits. So what else? So another thing is you can become a Google certified trainer. So somebody in the starting asked, is it the same? So if you start off, you'll be here, Google certified educator level 1. Once you learn all these 20 tools, you'll be able to take this exam. In level 1, you're going to be tested about your fundamental knowledge. So basic knowledge. Are you able to create a site? Are you able to create a doc and share it with the person? So you just have to develop a little bit of attention to detail aspect, and also know the functionalities. Once, with a little bit of practice and applying it in your actual classroom, you will be able to give it level 2 exam. So level 1 is knowing about it, level 2 is using and applying it, level 3 is being able to share it with others. So once you develop the confidence, once you know how each and every tool works in and out, so you will be able to again give this exam, Google trainer skills assessment, and finally you will have to apply for an application, I mean apply for this position to Google. So there's a process where you'll have to film a video and tell your work, show it to them, and then once they get impressed, or once they see that you are capable of sharing this knowledge with others, Google will certify you as their trainer. So you can start off, and soon maybe based upon your experience and based upon your motivation, you can also build up to becoming a Google certified trainer. It's not just this, but you can again go to Google certified coach, then become a innovator, and also become a paid partner with Google for education. So there are a lot of things that you can unleash, but this is the step 1. Now that I'm talking about Google certified exam, any doubts? Okay, we have one doubt in the chat box. Will the exam be done with you? No, the exam will not be done with me or by me. The exam will be taken by Google. So you will be given an you will have to register for the exam. This course is again not compulsory for you to take the exam. I'm not going to force you to take the exam, because we all have our own commitments and we might not be ready. So yes, no compulsions. But if you want to become a Google certified educator, you will have to register for the exam, block your exam date according to your wish, and take the exam. The exam is going to be a mix of theory and practical being 70%. They'll be giving you tasks and you will have to do it. Computer will look at the work, and 80% of your work should be accurate. Then you'll get the certificate.
So I have a question, Reshma.
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
So right now you're preparing us for Google Certified Educator Level 1 exam, isn't it?
Yes.
So after this training, we'll be able to write this particular exam. Then there'll
Yes.
be another set of training for appearing for the second level.
I wouldn't say set of training, because it's again the same tools, but you will have to build your compatibility with the tools, and also your I think expertise with the tools. It's going to be the same tools, the topics would be the same, but the level would increase. That is,
No.
the concepts would be the same, the functionalities would be the same, but now in level 2 they'll be asking you to create something and serve a purpose. So Mr. X wants to conduct an exam. He on let's say earthquakes, create a Google form with 3 questions, the first question being multiple choice questions, or a radio button. So if they're going to give a scenario, you will have to apply, and that will come when you start using it in real life, right? It's like math. So you
So,
have addition in grade 1 also, but then when you go to grade 2, the number of digits will increase. Like
okay.
that.
So
So
in this training, sorry, yeah, please continue.
just one more question. So every person has to clear the level one, then only you can write level two, or you can straight away appear for level two exam.
No, no, these are sequential. You'll have to first clear level 1, then level 2. Once you do level 1 and level 2, then the trainer skills will open. And once you're done with all three, with these certificates and the application video, along with some of the training work that you've done, you can apply for level 4. That is trainer application.
Thank you for answering my questions, Reshma.
Thank you.
I have one question, Reshma. So you'll
Yes.
be with us till we clear level 2, like if we need you.
Yes, definitely.
Okay, okay, thank you.
Also, in level one itself, will you detail out all the
Yes.
elements of each of the
Uh,
tools?
yes. In my training, you will be having the explanation of each and every button,
Yeah, that's what I
literally.
said. Yeah.
So you can review, you can, replay it how many ever times you want, and you can go through it. And once you are confident, you can take level 2. But level 2 requires experiential knowledge. That is something that I I guarantee you, because you will be tested upon your experience with these tools. So anyway, but it's not going to be too tough. Maybe a month or two you will have to work with these tools by applying some scenarios with your students, with your colleagues, and you'll be there.
What is the duration of the examination which you're talking about? Certified exam.
Yes, Google Certified Educator Level 1 exam is for 3 hours, and it is going to have around, I think, 26 to 30 questions, where first 11 questions would be on theory, and the rest of the questions would be tasks. And under tasks, you'll be given some instructions. You will have to follow them dot by dot. I mean, you know,
Okay, like an
like,
ICT exam in Cambridge. Okay, so
yeah.
multiple choice question. The first 11 you said will be mainly descriptive questions or multiple choice questions?
That depends. It would be based upon your knowledge. So
Okay,
yes, there's no set pattern as to MCQ and all, or
okay,
multiple options or
okay,
radio ones. It could be match also, drag and drop also, based on knowledge basically.
okay. Fine. We can go ahead.
So one
Coming to
last.
Reshma, I'm sorry.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask you, like, simultaneously while you'll be training us, so we need to practice. Like, if you are like having something on your screen, we need an extra monitor. Like, if I'm joining the meeting with my cell phone, so do I need to have my laptop or any other monitor, like, by my side, so that I can practice along with you? Like, how it
Mm,
would be?
yes, the session would be like, first I will be explaining the tool, and then I'll be giving you some time to practice what you have learned. So it's best to have your laptop with you. Otherwise, if you're traveling or you have a class in some time, then you can join in with your phone, listen to it first, and then practice whenever you have time.
Okay, thank you.
So majority of it would be me showing you how to do things, and then the last portion would be for practice. Any other doubts?
Yeah, one last question, Reshma.
Yes.
Of all the students you have trained, what was the pass percentage?
My students are going to take the exam in February, ma'am.
No, no,
They
no.
were all teachers,
Okay.
and some of them were institute owners. So December was a holiday time for them, and they didn't have the bandwidth to prepare. So we're having revision week this January, and February would be their exam.
Okay, so till now
February.
nobody has appeared for the examination as such.
No, not yet. Some of them had joined just for the knowledge. They were running institutes. Most, actually, not some. Most of them were institute owners where they wanted to build their institute and have resources around. So they joined in for the explanation and for the knowledge.
Right. So
So I
teach and
encouraged them,
reach.
but they said that they don't have the bandwidth and they don't need the certificate because they're not going to apply for a job and they
Correct,
don't
correct,
need it.
correct. So
So
teach and reach is also a registered organization.
registered as in.
I means you also provide certificates for the people who completed the course with you, isn't
Yes,
it?
you will. Yes, you will get a certificate and a letter of appreciation from me because I am a Google certified trainer as well as an educator, and Teach and Reach is again. linked with Google Workspace for education. So it is using Google Workspace. So yes, you will be getting a certificate from me directly. That is after the course completion. So you
Correct.
definitely get that, and also a letter of appreciation, uh, where you'll have to finish a certain set of tasks, and you'll get that letter of appreciation.
Right.
So yeah,
So,
you'll
so
get that.
how frequently this exam is conducted and when is it scheduled next?
It is up to you. You can choose date and time whenever you would like to take it.
Right.
And it's purely online. You don't have to go to a center, or you don't have to, you know, you just have to have an internet connection, good camera, and whenever you are ready, you can register for the exam and take it.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Any other doubts? Okay, Talat ma'am has just joined. Ma'am, this meeting is being recorded, so you can catch up with whatever you have missed later. But yes, we've just seen what are the tools that we're going to learn, what are some advantages, and yes, the pathway to, from Google level 1 to trainer, what are the different steps, and a few things about Google certified educator level 1. Again, I'd like to repeat that it's not compulsory for you to take the exam for to join my course. I'm not going to force you. I'm not going to tell that it's compulsory. It's up to you. But once you take the training, you'll anyways be equipped to write level 1. So you might as well take the advantage and crack that exam. So, yes. Another thing, or what else you can do with your with this knowledge, is you can build your own teaching center. So this is how we're going to do it. First of all, you'll build your skill set around these tools. Then, even before you complete this, we are going to ideate if anyone of you or anybody wants to have their own teaching center. By that I mean is that you're going to have your own website, your own repository or library of resources that you create or that you use, let's say textbooks, question papers, worksheets, whatever it is, and your videos, whatever you have, however you would like to showcase your skill and share your knowledge. You can ideate it, build all your skills regarding these tools and know how to use them, then build a prototype. So let's say you are a math teacher and you want to have a math institute in your center or around the world, and you'd like to teach students. So to have let's say to have good positioning, you would have to have a good website where it's talking about all your skills and which grades you teach, or what all subjects you cater to, or what all sub skills you cater to, which board you are following. You will need a website, and then to showcase or to teach your lessons, you will need slides. To work out your problems, you would need a whiteboard, so we'll be using Jamboard. So only when you know these tools and the capability of each tool, you will be able to use them correctly. So first you'll learn all these tools. In the middle, as you learn, you'll also ideate your dream teaching center, what all features you'd like to have. And once this step 1 and step 2 are done, you can build a prototype. When I say prototype, you can first start off with a sample website, add and also a sample Google Classroom. Add, let's say Shifali ma'am is creating a Google Classroom, she can add Maria ma'am, me, and Deepali ma'am, and she can test a few features that she is trying to achieve, or a few requirements that she'd like to have in her teaching center or classroom. And then we'll be evaluating, or we'll be testing, and we'll be giving feedback. Once you feel that your prototype is ready, then you can launch it with the participants or with your students. And along the step 1, step 2, step 3, and step 4, I'm going to be there for your support. So whenever you want to start building something, I'll be there, and if you have any doubts, you can ask me. We'll have our Google Classroom, we can have open discussions and brainstorming, so all that can happen. And another thing is, why if for building all these things, you don't need any investment in terms of money, monetary investments. So all you have to do is have motivation and know these tools. That's all. Any other doubts about this? Anything about this? Any doubts? Anybody? Okay, Maria ma'am says no doubts. Anybody? Any doubts?
We can go ahead.
All right. Okay. So yes, coming back to course details. So we're going to cover these 20 tools that I've shown. As you are, so let's to put it simple, in a simple manner, we're going to hit three targets in this course. Number one target is to learn these 20 tools. As you're learning these 20 tools, we'll also be seeing these 15 to 20 skills that have, these 21st century skills, and also uh, designing resources like worksheets, not just knowing the tools by their buttons, but how to apply them in your lesson plans, how to integrate them. So there will be around 15 to 20 skills. The third target is writing the exam, Google Certified Educator exam. So there are three targets with just one process. And we will be having four live sessions. It will be from Monday to Thursday, and there will be two slots, 12 p.m. and 4:30 p.m. You can join either 12 p.m. or you can join 4:30 p.m. All the sessions that are going to happen are going to be recorded and put in Google Classroom. In addition to this, you'll also be getting two video lessons, two theory lessons that are required for you to crack the exam. Also, for you to understand and apply the tools. And you'll also be having assignments. Now, you don't have to worry about the deadlines of the assignments. Our course, inshallah, would be from Jan 10th or Jan 11th till February 11th. Okay, by February 11th, you will have to complete all your assignments. I won't give strict deadlines because, again, you all are teachers, you will be having your classes. So, no hard and fast rule on the deadline, but you will have to complete the assignments because that will help you crack the exam. That will be helpful for you to easily give the exam and pass it. Next, as the third target is to crack the exam, you'll have tips, resources, videos, and links. So these are all the things that you're going to get with the training. And our primary communication would be on Google Classroom and WhatsApp. So on Google Classroom, we are going to have all the resources uploaded. Everything will be posted there, assignments, your quizzes, your material, recorded sessions, everything would be there. So if you have to revise something, you can come back there. Any doubts on this thing, on this part?
You said 5 weeks. So,
Yes.
is it so by 10th of February it will be 4 weeks, no?
Yeah, let me. So including the next coming Monday, then one. So it's like 20 sessions, ma'am. 5 into 4, 5 weeks. Four. Yeah, it'll be 5 weeks by 10th of February. Hello?
Yeah, Reshma?
Yes, for 5 weeks would be, it would, I mean, 5 weeks starting from Jan 10th till Feb 10th. It would be 5 weeks, ma'am.
Okay.
Any other doubts, you can put it in the chat box or you can unmute and ask.
For this presentation, are you using Canva?
No, Google Slides.
Slides go. Okay.
When are the
Nice.
classes starting, Reshma? The new batch? From which day?
Inshallah, Jan 10th or 11th, ma'am. Mostly Monday or
Okay.
Tuesday.
Yeah, we are good to go.
Okay, so let me quickly show you how our class is going to look like. So this is how, as I told you, initially teachers didn't join for the exam. They wanted to know the Google tools for education. So this is the task for your letter of appreciation. This is the last task. Then these are how your content is going to be uploaded on Google Classroom. It's going to look like there is so much, but since after each session it will be uploaded and gradually it will be uploaded. So you need not worry that you have to cover all of this at once, but it will be slowly uploaded. But at the end of the course, this is how your material is going to look like, and you will have access to this always. So whenever you'd like to revise on a particular topic, you can come back. Let's say you want to learn about tasks, you can again come back here, watch the video and learn it. So yes, that's how it's going to look like.
Reshma, I just wanted to ask you about the payment mode for the fee. I think I inquired last time also. It was like GPay was acceptable, right?
Yes, yes, you can use GPay.
Okay, so we can process the fee from today onwards. Is it
Yes,
like
ma'am. Yes, you
okay?
can.
Okay.
And the
Okay.
number, the one
I'll
which
share
you
it with
have.
you, ma'am.
Okay,
Who asked this?
Shefali.
Okay. Yeah, I'll share it with you. Is attendance compulsory for live classes? It would be great if you attend all the sessions because, again, you don't have to put in extra time to revise or catch up with what was missed. But it's not compulsory. Everything will be recorded and shared on classwork. This is Google Classroom classwork. So you can come back and check. If you miss anything, you can check. So let's say you're engaged at 4:30 p.m. with some class or so. If you know that, then you can join 12 p.m. session and cover it up. If not, if you're busy both 12 p.m. and 4:30 p.m., then you can go ahead whenever you are free. You can check the recording that gets uploaded. Hope I answered your question, Deepali ma'am.
And it will be a common link for all the sessions, right? One link
Yes, this same link.
at Google Classroom.
No, it will not be Google Classroom, but this link that you have joined today, it's going to be the same link.
Okay.
Any other doubts? So yes, for giving the exam and for the main practice, having a laptop or a desktop would be great. Just in case you don't have these two or your laptop is not in a good condition, you can also use mobile. So mobile or tablet also work because these are apps. You can find them on App Store and you can install them or on your mobile or tablet and use them as well. So yeah, anything would work. But for the exam, you would definitely require a desktop or a laptop. And if you're using a desktop, you would need a camera because it's going to be a proctored exam, computer proctored exam. You will have to have your camera turned on for the exam. I mean, that's anyways 5 weeks down the line. So yes, we have come towards the end of the session. We have 4 minutes left. Any questions you can ask? Hi, Vishwari ma'am. I think you must be busy. So you can stay back. Whatever doubts you have, I can clarify and help you out. And Talat ma'am also, if you have any doubts since you've joined late and you'd like me to repeat anything, you can stay back and ask. Any doubts, any questions, you can ask. You can either type it in the chat box or you can unmute. Anybody, any doubts?
So every session will be 1 hour session, right?
45 minutes to 1 hour. The last 15 minutes you might be working on the tool. Or if the tool is big and it's taking 1 hour, then you'll be given time after the session so you can practice it later. But
Okay.
basically 45 to 1 hour, 60 minutes.
Fine. Fine. Thank you very much, Reshma.
Thank you, Shifali ma'am.
That was really helpful. Thank you.
Thank you. So yes, this brings us towards the end of the demo session and the Q&A session. So if you have any doubts, please unmute and ask me, or you can also type it in the chat box if your audio piece is not working or if there's disturbance. No problem. You can ask. And your questions might be useful for others as well. So don't hesitate. The
Reshma,
main purpose of this
yeah.
session was for you to understand the whole process and what are the goals for my course. So I hope I've cleared you on that part. Yes, Maria ma'am, you were saying something.
Yes, I was asking that the doubts will be cleared at the end of the class, or there will be a doubt clearing session apart from the
It's
class. Like,
going to be an interactive session, ma'am. Just like today, uh,
okay,
I will be pausing in the middle, and whenever I'm going to a new feature or a new set of features, I'll always stop and ask you for Q&A. And the box will always be open, the chat box. So you can also drop in there. So your doubts will be clarified right away, and it's going to be interactive. So since I've been getting all female, registrations from female teachers, so I've made this exclusively for lady teachers because you'll also feel comfortable asking questions or you'll not have any inhibitions. It's all us together. So yeah, just another try from my end to make it as easy as possible. So it's always going to be interactive, small group sessions.
Okay, thank
Which
you
is
so
okay.
much.
Deepali ma'am asks, when are we supposed to join the Google Classroom? Once the payment is done, ma'am, your official enrollment is done. You'll be added to Google Classroom. I'll just take your Gmail ID and add it. So it'll be done by today or tomorrow, Deepali ma'am.
Yeah, just share the number as well. Is it the same in which we on which we are communicating?
Yes, it's the same, ma'am.
Okay, fine.
Any other doubts? Anything about the course or about the exam or anything? If not, you can leave. It's 5:30. So I won't take extra time. So yes. Also, if you have any doubts after this session and even before the enrollment, you can ask me on WhatsApp. We're all connected on WhatsApp. So yes.
Thank you, Reshma. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sunita ma'am.
And of course, I'll come back to you. Fine.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay.
Sure.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Bye.
Reshma.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
Reshma, when is the last day to submit the fees or for the registration?
9th, ma'am. Sunday. It is.
Oh, okay, fine.
Thank you.
Thank you.